It's a Cossack! I apologize if it's a little blurry. I'm working on fixing that. We are going down for a second to see if I can, not sure, Okay. So, welcome back to me streaming Europa Universalis 4 as England, the Grandish campaign, where, assuming we survive to the end of the game, we will continue in Victoria 2. Last time, we took some land from France with the help of our Iberian allies, and we have begun the scramble for the Caribbean, starting our colony on St. Martin. And it has been a while and I have forgotten pretty much everything else I was doing. I will note that our ruling dynasty seems quite different from the ones we have previously used. So, without further ado, let's get into it and see if I remember what it was I was doing. This is always a problem when you put the stream down for a while and don't come back to it for several days. I will be checking chat periodically. So, alright. Okay, so last time we took Poitiers, or Poitou, from France, and gave France's province of Navarra to Castile, sealing France off from the Atlantic Ocean, so that France will have extreme difficulty colonizing. And we turned Scotland into a subject nation by taking Lothian and Ayrshire from them, and then in a second war, demanding their vassalization. So the Duke of Scotland, Duke Henry VII Frederick York, is our vassal. So I can see that we have 216 settlers in St. Martin of the 1,000 required to turn it into a full province that we can stop paying maintenance for. And that St. Martin has decided to produce fish, which is really awful for the Caribbean. Caribbean is usually very high value goods, so that's not so well. And we're at risk of being in a personal union when our monarch dies because the House of York went extinct and the throne of England went to Thomas I de Trastamara, who is the same dynasty as Castile and Hungary. So if our king dies with no heir, Hungary and Castile are going to have a war over who gets the throne of England. We can set another rival. We'll set Denmark as a rival. We have no current mission, and let us unpause. I notice Denmark is at war. They're at war with East Frisia. Why are they at war with East Frisia? Well, we can look at our diplomacy screen, hover over, and the Frisian conquest. Oh! They're attacking East Frisia in the Frisian conquest of Ostfriesland. So Friesland declared this war. That's interesting. And we have a loan of 211.09 ducats to go, and we have 29 ducats, and we make a little more than 1.5 ducats a month. So that loan's going to probably be a bit of a problem. We can select a mission. We're going to turn St. Martin into a city. It increases the development in St. Martin, and will make developing St. Martin cheaper. Can we do anything with the Pope? Not really. Parliament? Still debating on restricting imports. So we're turning Poitou into a core. France has been unusually passive. They're actually in a worse place than they were at the beginning of the game. I took their only Atlantic port from them, and the southern Provence has been swallowed up by Burgundy, Brittany, and the Papal State. Advancement of the clergy. The power of the clergy has never relied on the state itself, rather is in many ways the clergy who through their ties to the spiritual realm lend their legitimacy to the king. Combination of deft political maneuvering, perceived bad omens, and generous donations from our subjects have lately cemented the power of this estate. The clergy gain more influence. So I'm going to talk about this for a minute. We have two estates. This is their loyalty and their influence. If their loyalty is above 60, we get nicer things. If their loyalty is below 30, we get penalties. So because the clergy have very dangerously high influence, but they're reasonably loyal, we're getting more tax income. The burghers are rather influential and kind of loyal, so we're getting more trade income. If their influence gets above 80, we're at risk of the clergy taking control of our country, and that is not good. If the clergy, dominance of the clergy, if the clergy take control of our country, technology, ideas are going to be more expensive, and any religious minorities are going to be much more cranky. Yeah. So, we'll have an explorer, and we'll send him to explore the coast, the West African Sea, sure. Now, our fellow colonizers, Castile has not even begun colonizing. Portugal has. They have started exploring. And we can see them down here. They're trying to colonize Sierra Leone, and they've already colonized the Cape Verde Islands. But I don't see them in the Americas yet. And our trader has died. No one anymore is immortal in this game. There were some cases when the game first came out of cardinals living to be like 700, but not anymore. We're not going to marry Scotland because they have a pretty high opinion of us already, and our legitimacy is terrible because we're the first ruler of a foreign dynasty, so our people are not particularly fond of us. Our manpower is low. Oh, France got a new king. Queen Joan the First de Valois. And she is a diplomat, which means that she's going to make allies but not go crazy on war. And she's got very high military skill, so we should be afraid-ish. So we're going to try and reduce the influence of our clergy without making them too angry. And one of the ways to do that is to take land from them. We could use some prestige. And we're going to take land from them. So I'm trying to find land. Well, okay. So we gave plateau to the clergy to reduce so we can take the clergy away from Laborde. Laborde isn't very revolting. So we're going to revoke it from the clergy. This will reduce their influence and their loyalty, but not enough that they will become particularly upset. We're still allied with Portugal. We're going to start improving relations with them because we maxed out improving relations with Castile. And Castile has their personal union over Aragon and Naples. So it's not just Castile, it's all that Sardinia, Sicily, Malta, and southern Italy. France still is allied to Milan and Florence. Now, Florence has taken out the Duchy of Ferrara, and Milan has grown all into Switzerland and taken out Genoa and Mantua. So, despite their small size, Italian land is very rich, so the Italian nations punch heavily above their weight. So do the North German Hanseatic cities, but there are only 3 of them left. Denmark is looking very strange. How did they even... We just don't know. So we're making money. We're not annoying our subjects too much. France cannot declare war on us till 1487. The AI will never break a truce. Now if we can break truces, but it tears our nation apart and it ruins our diplomacy, makes everyone hate us. They'll form a coalition and beat the stuffing out of us. And we really can't deal with that right now. So let's check on our colony, which is costing us so much money. Yep, you can see Portugal is exploring up here. Okay, that is not France. It's a similar color, but that is Pequot. Horatio Rodney. Now you're going to explore the Caribbean Sea. So we explored some more of the West African area. Soiree. The chandeliers blaze shadows and light across the grand ballroom of your palace, and the music of 100 dancing violins fills the air. Your Majesty, Your Excellency, my King, the foreign guests and local dignitaries greet you. Everywhere is conversation, laughter, discussion, and the breathing, pulsating rhythm of life. Your eyes gaze across the assembled myriads. Who should you talk to tonight? Good evening, my lady will give us an heir. It will cost us prestige. He will have a weak claim, and he's not very good, but he is an heir. Or we can lose prestige to gain an advisor. We have no heir. Our king is relatively young, though. So, my good sir, Usually I take the good evening my lady, but usually that happens when my king's like 50. And he's 22. Surely he will produce an heir. Navy's this. Oh, we can go back to hunting pirates. In Pirates in the Caribbean. No, there are no pirates in the Caribbean right now. Pirates in the English Channel, though. There's really nothing in the Caribbean except for our little island. There are people here, like in Havana. There are 500 natives, and if we successfully integrate them, they'll make the province a little bit better. Plateau has been cored. Huzzah. Plateau has a nice shipyard that lets us build ships faster. It was so nice of France to build that for us. Flanders is still under Burgundy. Burgundy is allied to Venice and Brittany. Brittany has grown substantially since the beginning, and it looks like Venice has lost some land. Yeah. Crete got independence from Venice. They still hold onto Negropont and their Croatian possessions, but they've lost a bit of their Italian land. They lost Brescia to Milan, and Aquila somehow got independence. So Venice is still pretty powerful, but not as powerful as they were at the beginning of the game. The natives are less ferocious. This really doesn't affect us because our colonization strategy is coexistence with the natives. Coexistence with the natives, so they wouldn't attack us anyway. Which I'm tempted to change my native policy to trading, which means they will attack us occasionally, but we'll get more out of integrating them. And we can get an idea. We can get another colony on the go. This will cost us more money. Additional colonists. The new world is many things, most important of all, empty. Well, no one important lives there at any rate. Oh. First, to explore the entire region of the Caribbean Sea for the glory of our realm. That's for the glory of our deed. Okay, so we could send out another colony. Some of the nicer Caribbean provinces are, however, out of our reach, as are quite a few of the African provinces. So, sure. No, wait. Let us pause so I can think. So you're done. You're going to explore the coast of West Africa. And we can get another idea on the way. Viceroys. Like, this increases our tariff income, which has very little to do with what most people would consider tariffs. But we're going to take it anyway because it also gives us the English idea, the Eltham Ordinance. Although not passed in the year 1526, they represent the first attempt to streamline the royal bureaucracy of England to make more responsive and cost-effective. It increases our tax income. So we're going to be making a bit more money. In fact, we're making a lot more money. So I'm going to turn on the trade map mode to look for important centers of trade, and my oh my, are there some in the American East Coast. Notably, Massachusetts. Massachusetts is too far away. So is Chesapeake, so is Santee, so is Manhattan. So never mind, we can't colonize up in here yet. So we could do another Caribbean island, or we could start on the coast of Brazil. Let's try and speed up colonizing the Caribbean. So St. Kitts, 147 days for a colony to get there. Our colonist to get there, and he will go. So, let us resume. So we've got a nice army of 40,000 men. And Brittany is allied to... Now, Burgundy still controls the Brabant, Flanders, and Holland. Ayrshire has been granted a seat in Parliament. This is significant. We still have a 100% chance to win, but we'll see about that next month. Because it was 4... No? Okay. We still have a 100% chance to win. And another advisor has died. So we will go with Benjamin Bedford, philosopher. Note that we are making a heck of a lot more money than we were. So I'm tempted. We could hire to... Well, first we're going to hire Johanna York, because she's going to make us more money. And she's level 2, so we're getting more diplomacy points. Which we will need, because the next idea in diplomacy gives us another colonist. So we can see we can have 0 out of 2 are free right now, so we can have 3 colonies constructing at the same time. Burgundy has gone to war with Liège. Burgundy is at war with Bohemia, who Liège called in. And Liège is being subsidized by France. Good on France. And Brittany joined in on Burgundy's side, so it's nice that France is giving them 3 ducats a month. So, yeah, Bohemia called in the Ottomans and Wallachia. Interesting. The expedition was a scattering of poison. The expedition was closing in on Waida when a barrage of arrows shot from the natives standing on the inviting beach assailed the ship. In the hurry to race away from the enemy, who leapt with great whoops toward their canoes, the crew had to abandon some of the men who had been shot and tumbled overboard. When they laid some miles between Waida and themselves, they discovered the whole starboard side of the ship was covered in arrows. The explorer on board the assailed ship was seriously wounded. The arrow that hit him had been poisoned. He lay in fever, sweating and swearing for several days. Despite the surgeon's care and the disinfectant made of urine and olive oil, he died some time ago. Leader Horatio Rodney will die. Such a horrible fate. So, he's dead. So, this navy is suddenly taking very heavy attrition. But they will they make it back to port? We will find out. Is there anything we can do with it? Now, we could grant a new world charter to our burghers, which will increase their influence to very high level, will make our colonies colonize faster. Likewise, we could tell our clergy to establish New World missions, which will increase the effectiveness of assimilating the natives, and if we weren't coexisting with them, would decrease their attack rate. But again, that would make their influence so high they'd take control of our nation. So we're not going to do either of those things. We still have 100 chance per win. And the debate, however, still has 2 more years to continue. Country modifier. The last jousting tournament expired, which was one of the things that made our troops so effective at fighting the French. And we've arrived in St. Kitts. And notice we were making like 12 ducats beforehand. Now we're making around 8. Hopefully St. Kitts will give us something better than fish. There's a 34% chance of sugar. Cotton. Coffee would be nice. But yeah, fish is the worst of those. The price of fish only ever goes down. So does the price of fish and wool only ever goes down. Everything else either goes up and then down or just keeps going up. I think the ones that go up and down still are net worth more than at the beginning of the game. Looks like the Novgorod Republic has been done in by the Livonian Order. Could build buildings, but we're not going to. So our ships have made it back. But we can't... We're going to not deal with that. So, we need to hire another explorer. We will do so. 50 diplomatic power. George Smith. How did I get Gregory out of that? Your job is to explore the West African coast. Now, this is a very nice province, Cape Coast. No, not Cape Coast, Gold Coast. The Gold Coast is an important natural harbor. which will cement our control over the trade in the African coast. But if you try to... Vladimir I of Bohemia has been elected Holy Roman Emperor. Good for Vladimir. If we try to have more... We can have more colonies than our colonist limit. We just need them to start. We can have the colonists come home and start a colony in Africa. But they become exponentially more expensive if you have more colonies than colonists. City life. Again, we got this event last time. And it's basically the MPs whining that they have to go to a city, so we'll bribe them. We have a whopping 6 members of parliament. You'd think that we could get them to accomplish stuff without having to bribe them. But no, always with the bribery. If you look, the Scottish have their own little soldier model. How are we doing on technology? We are getting very high on military points, so I'm going to raise some development. In Ayrshire, we're going to get an extra unit of manpower there. Good on them. 1 second. The stream is up. Okay, we're back. Sorry. So, yeah. Explorer should be exploring, and besides, the Gold Coast is 547, and our max distance is 412. So, reformers have a new confession of faith. Reformers have put forward a new confession of faith that has some minor but still serious differences with Catholic teachings. The Church claims it borders on the heretical, while there are those who suggest it will bring the Church and their administrative apparatus under tighter control. Should we promote it, gaining administrative points of Reform Desire, or should we gain Reform Desire and Papal influence? Well, I want to drive Reform Desire up, and admin points are admin points. Because we're up to 51.5% Reform Desire, and we want to have the Reformation happen. We have discovered Benin, the Kingdom of Benin, who do not own Benin, because the Kingdom of the Sultanate of Nupe, or Nupe, has been on a conquering spree. We've also discovered the Sultanate of Jolof. And the Kingdom of Congo. See, unlike so far what we've seen, and we've discovered these Mayan nations, Izta, Cocomes, Zu, and Quiche, as well as these Nahuatl nations of Totonac and Zapotec. And up here, the tribe of Ottawa. So we can see St. Kitts is growing at a rate of 40 per year with a 20% chance of a bonus 25 each month, and St. Martin is growing at 40 a year with a 23% chance. And our explorers finished his mission, so we can send him to go... he can explore the coast of the Caribbean Sea. The clergy curtailed. Yes, the Livonian Order had the clergy take over their nation a while ago, and using a wide range of methods, the Landmeister has managed to strip the clergy of the many offices they held and the properties under control. The authority of the worldly realm lies once again in the hands of Eberhard IV. Of course, the Livonian Order is a monastic order, so the clergy probably still have a lot of power there anyway. But good on them for taking parts of Karelia and modern-day St. Petersburg. This is Neva, It will eventually, assuming Russia gets their act together, become St. Petersburg. The name of the province changes, the culture will change from Karelian to Russian, and the development level goes up significantly. In order for them to do that, Russia must unite, own it, and have westernized. Which happens. We are the first to explore the entire region of the Caribbean, so we get some more prestige. Prestige is good. Burgundy is winning their war against Liege, Bohemia, the Ottomans, Wallachia, Salzburg, Bavaria, and Württemberg. Hold on. Sorry, one of the problems with live stream is people don't realize what you're doing, and people don't know or don't realize what you're doing, and things happen. So hello chat, hello people watching. Okay, what was I doing? Okay. Oh, our Byzantine influx has expired, and we are capped out on military points because I was not paying attention. So we will raise development in the cheapest province, which is Calais. Do I want to risk raising development in Calais? Let's raise development in Cornwall instead. More mans in Cornwall. Cornwall. We've raised development in Cornwall twice. Probably all in manpower, because we have a glut of military points. And we cannot research pike and shot because it is too far in the future. Caribbean's done exploring. Send fleet on an exploration mission to the American East Coast. There's Portugal hanging out near Bermuda. So, one of the things we've managed to do is that we've unlocked the ability to build cannons, but we don't have any. So, for the sake of having them, I'm going to build 3 regiments of artillery. They will cost us more money, and they cost us manpower, and we still are in debt, and we still have the problem that the succession war is now between Castile and Burgundy. But, yeah. We have the stuff. Oh. Should have taken that event and gotten the air. Make a baby. I forgot I'm allied to Brandenburg. Good luck forming Prussia, Brandenburg. In order to form Prussia, they've got all but one of the provinces they need to unite to Prussia once the Reformation happens. The other is Kaliningrad, or Koenigsberg, modern-day Kaliningrad, but it's owned by Poland, Brandenburg's ally. And that should be interesting. Again, Burgundy is losing against Liege and the Emperor, because I don't know if the Ottomans are even sending troops over, but that gives them a huge, huge military advantage. Nations in St. Kitts are becoming less ferocious. Okay. See, the natives, in addition to the population, they have an aggressiveness level and a ferocity level. So the more aggressive they are, the more likely they're to attack each month, but we're coexisting with the natives, so they won't attack. And the ferocity is how much damage they will do. At the beginning of the game, that's pretty dangerous, especially in Africa, because, like, In the Caribbean, we have populations of 2,000, and on the American East Coast, again, 500. Over here in Africa, in Gold Coast, for example, we have 8,000 highly aggressive, highly ferocious natives, and they will kill your men and destroy your colony in the early game very effectively. Again, capped out on military power. Glamorgan, Lincolnshire. More men in Lincolnshire. And our cannons have finished, so we're going to pause. Have the cannons group up with our army in Wessex. Outer Explorer, go explore Atlantic South American Sea, and we will continue. Castilians still are not colonizing, but Portugal's declared war on Morocco, and they're colonizing more of Africa. If Portugal actually, the problem Portugal has is that they rarely remember to land troops in North Africa. So Morocco may get Ceuta back, it's their core. And Granada is allied to Morocco, so Castile is going to want this land from Granada in the war. Portugal didn't call me in, probably because I am too far away. Those of you who know geography would be kind of confused why Ottawa is up here when that's not where Ottawa is these days. That is because the Native American, South American, and Siberian tribes, the small ones, can move their nation around. For example, the Mayans are too big if they were, and they're the wrong. But like, if the North American, South American, and Siberian nations are one province, every so often they can move. They get bonuses for moving. So they move around a bit. Let's actually remember to turn this into one army. Now, what do artillery do? Artillery fight from the back line, which I'll explain later, but they also make sieging forts much more effective. And later on they will become absolutely devastating. Well, I'll explain the lines right now. When two armies are fighting, they form lines, and the first line is the only one that can fight, usually, but artillery can fight at half their power from the second line. If they're on the first line, they take twice as many casualties. So having a good amount of artillery behind your infantry and cavalry is very nice, and Scotland has passed the Redico de Cumbra. Yes, air. He's rubbish, but I will take him. Could her lips be any redder? Doubtful. Hollow in the back of your mind. Echo cautioning words of priests and preachers. Is this what the sermon spoke of? The devil in a woman's body and the temptations of the flesh. Strange as devils go, this one looks like an angel. Either way, you'll have to bring this up to your confession on Sunday. We can gain some papal influence, which we don't need. Or we can lose papal influence, increase reform desire, and get an heir with a weak claim who is not very good. But I will take them. Sure, he can be Charles. Anything in chat? Nothing in chat. Oh. Yep, Burgundy is getting trashed. Yep. I mean, they've done better than France has. They took Barrois and part of Lorraine, but Bohemia is the emperor, and while they're not as powerful as, say, Austria, they're allied with the Ottomans. So, have fun with that. Okay, Castile continues to like us. We're the same dynasty as them, so that gives us an extra plus 15 opinion. Oh. And no Portuguese. Well, the Portuguese Navy's explorer fleet is here, but Portuguese themselves aren't doing anything, and again capped out on military points. I'm not even focusing on them. I just have a 165 king. More Welsh. Oh, we've reached the cap of how much we can increase the military development in Glamorganshire. So, sure, we'll invest in Calais. I don't like to. We could lose it. And one thing that I saw And a multiplayer game I was playing recently was the Netherlands declaring independence from Calais, which is always fun. But, hey, it increases the percentage of our population that is Flemish. Yes, Calais is Flemish. It's part of the Low Countries. I do like that they fixed the bug that the Low Countries, for one patch, were not considered part of Europe, but their own separate continent by accident. That has been fixed, but it was kind of silly. So St. Kitts is around over halfway done. Well, I'm sorry. St. Martin is over halfway done. St. Kitts is a fifth done. Oh, we can take it. We can finally research pike and shot in the interest of not. It's very ahead of time, and we don't really need it. Pike and shot increases the amount of damage our infantry do in the fire phase and the shock phase. It enables us to build regimental camps. We can't afford regimental camps, and we don't really have anyone to fight right now. So I'm going to increase development again in Lothian this time. More Scotsmen. I mean, every little bit of development helps. We're bumping up our maximum. Every time we do that, we bump up our maximum manpower and the rate at which it recovers, and it increases our force limit by 1/10. So we're at our land force limit, but we've got our naval force limit of 47. And we can get another colony on the go. So we can do that. And the clergy has condemned our philosopher as a heretic. A prominent natural philosopher is forwarding new claims that contradict religious truths. The clergy demands that he be stopped and turned over for punishment. Either way, this will cause great turmoil in the realm. We can lose stability and gain better missionary strength, or we can lose stability and get reduced technology cost while making the clergy angry. We can afford to make the clergy angry, and we already have positive stability, and we don't have any converting to do right now, so we'll support the philosopher. Happy Darwin Day. And our marriage with Brandenburg ended, so we'll marry them, increase our relations, tank our legitimacy even further in the eyes of the people for marrying Germans. Poor Alsace. And country modifier increased innovative expired. Already? Did we have it from something? Oh, we've got it for 10 years. Cheaper technology. Chat, nothing. Okay. And we've maxed out relations with Portugal. Oops. I have to call them. In fact, let's increase our. Well, Portugal owes us we have high trust with Portugal. We are going to spend 10 favors to increase Castile's trust of us. Can we do so with Brandenburg? I'd like to have at least 10 favors at all times, so we'll not. I wonder if we can do it with our subject nations. We cannot. Victory! The Parliament have passed restricted imports. We gained more mercantilism, and for the next 10 years we're going to make more money. Yay! It only took 5 years for them to debate that, and now Parliament is going to go into a 10-year recess. Because we have the laziest 6-man Parliament ever. I do like the ominous sound for Parliament, though that's the papal state sound for interacting with the papacy, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to just be that hollowed sound for Parliament. And we have another colonist, so we can colonize somewhere else. Sure, let's... we can have our handy-dandy... where? Huh. Hold on. Economic? Geographical? diplomatic? Where is... There's supposed to be a map mode to show me where I can colonize. I am not seeing it. This is bugging me. Ah, here we go, colonial map mode. Sure. Let's start colonizing Brazil. For no reason. Trade success. Let them share the wealth with us. More money. Castile loves us. We can improve relations with Brandenburg because we have lazy diplomats, so improve relations, and we'll improve relations with good old Scotland. And we can invest in military technology, but we're not going to do that because there's no advantage to doing it right now. Can we pay off this? Nope, we can't. And hurtful trade policies. The interests of prominent merchant households are being hurt by our repressive trade policies toward other countries. The burghers support these families and have now petitioned us to compensate them by at least opening up some of the restrictions on trade to compensate for the loss of income. More money for 10 years and make the burghers like us more, or less money for 10 years and make cheese off the burghers? I want the burghers to like us, so let's get that more money. More money. And once again, we have renewed the loan, and the interest rate is going to keep going up until we can pay this wretched thing off. Which we can do in about 6 months. St. Martin is almost done. Well, 3/4 of the way. Is the music too loud? Okay, Explorer is done. Coast of Atlantic, South America. You can see Brazil and Argentina. This isn't really Brazil, well, yeah, it is. There used to be another colonial region called Colonial Guiana, but that went away, and now this is just Colombia and Brazil. More money. In fact, I am tired of this loan. Our truce with France is ended, our truce with the Pope is ended. Foreign contest is expired, France is embargoing us as they do. In fact, let's, truce with Milan is ended. Send Denmark an embargo, because I forgot to do that. And we're going to want to make a lot of money really quickly, so we're going to tell the army, you're not getting paid, so we can get rid of this stupid loan. And we've begun our colony here. I really think this should give us, this should be a important center of trade type deal, or an estuary, because, okay, we've lost a point of stability, our king has died, we're in regency, we need to boost that stability, and so I don't forget, we need to increase our troop amount in Cornwall. What was I saying? Oh, because it's a river delta. And most other river deltas have that modifier, but this one doesn't. Portugal is distracted by war. Norway is embargoing us because Denmark made them do it. We have rubbish legitimacy, so I'm going to spend our papal influence on indulgences for our sins, which will reduce the rate at which we lose legitimacy. And Castile is finally done with Enrique the Terrible, so they may actually start being able to accomplish things. Let's tank our legitimacy even further and continue. Yeah, Burgundy's getting wrecked. The thing is, the last time Burgundy did this war, the Ottomans were distracted in Egypt, and they managed to completely defeat Liege, and then they peaced out for money. We just don't know. So colony, 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 colony. Let's see, reform desires up to 59.1%. Check chat. Nothing in chat. Okay, resume. Do. Yep. Granada is still clinging on in Gibraltar. I think this is the longest I have seen them live. Good job. Please let me know if the music is too loud. I was watching the footage from Sunday, and the music at the beginning was way too loud. So if the music's too loud, let me know in chat or some other form of communication. Really should give you... No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, and we can pay this off. We were spending almost a ducat a month on that. And we'll get back to paying our soldiers. Why? I don't know. Let's pay them. Soldiers are on half wages. This doesn't actually make your soldiers join rebel groups or anything. It just means that their morale is going to be terrible because they're not getting paid. This Denmark bothers me. Good going on Ragusa. Ragusa starts with just this. And they're usually pretty doomed, despite historically they lasted through almost this entire time period. And they managed to take a chunk out of Serbia and Bosnia. I'm sorry, just Bosnia. Serbia was eaten by the Ottomans. Theodoro is still independent, which is also pretty impressive. They're usually instantly attacked by Crimea in the first couple months. They're Catholic somehow. Not sure how that happened, but they're converting their province back. See, this is a year has passed. January has passed, so this has become cheaper. Still not going to take it because there's no point. I don't know if you can hear, but it is incredibly windy outside. I'm gonna recall our diplomat from that. Oh, lazy diplomats. What can my diplomats be doing? Well, I'm not sure Burgundy is going to be in a very good state after this. So we're going to fabricate a claim on Picardy. So Burgundy won't have any ports. I have seen Burgundy colonize before. They're not very good at it. And the only thing you guys can do is explore the South Atlantic, so have at. Yeah, we can see a lot more of this. Oh, unpause. Yeah, Portugal's distracted by their war with this, and Castile is still not colonizing. You're colonizing, but we may actually be able to colonize faster than them. Is Brittany? Brittany, I have seen colonize. They are not. Alrighty. So, more men in Lancashire. Resume. Chat. Oh, hello, chat. Thing is, I do not have an overlay yet, so I swap periodically when I remember to do so. I swap between windows for chat. So, oops. I've been told the music's a little the music is a little too loud. So, I'm gonna gonna turn the music down a bit. See, I will check chat periodically when I remember. Oh, how bad is our Regency Council, incidentally? They're usually pretty bad. That is Russia, that is not us. Our Regency Council is better, except in diplomacy, than our rubbish 2-year-old king. We can't declare any wars because we're in Regency. Not that I was going to be declaring any wars anyway. Our agent was discovered. No, we discovered an agent in Burgundy for trying to fabricate a claim on Normandy. Burgundy's getting their teeth kicked in right now, so they can have fun trying to act on that. France is again being incredibly passive. Maybe they'll try to go for Savoy. Savoy's allied with Austria. Because if they go for Brittany, right now, if they went for Brittany, they could probably, Burgundy would be too distracted to help. Queen Joan. And Switzerland is controller of the the Pope. Peasants getting FBD. We can lose administrative points or legitimacy. Well, our legitimacy is already rubbish anyway, so whatever. Maybe we'll get a pretender with better stats. So that would cause us to 1 second game. Lose our nice, happy dynasty, but gain prestige, or St. Martin becomes an even better settlement. St. Martin becomes an even better settlement, and Brittany has pieced out Württemberg for white peace. Little Württemberg, who survived the time period of this game. Unlike poor Alsace. But, yeah, that's not good for you. Liberty Desire. Sorry, wrong place. 20% Liberty Desire in Holland. 23% in Flanders. 16% in Brabant. So the Dutch and the Flemish are not too pleased. And this colony will almost be done, and it will be getting an extra tax in production, so yay! Liege have accepted peace with Burgundy. Burgundy will end their overlordship over Brabant. Burgundy will pay 78 ducats. This will result in inflation for the Ottomans. So, Brabant is independent, but we can't do anything with this because we can't fabricate claims in them, and they're a member of the Empire. Anyway, Flanders is not a member of the Empire. Ottomans no longer consider Austria a rival. The clergy are less influential, so we can actually do stuff with them again without it biting us too terribly, but this would give them 15 influence, which would bump it up to that magic 80% number that we do not want it at. However, this gives Burgundy an extra diplomatic relations slot, but they wasted it allying Gelre. Arnhem. A bridge too far. Yeah. I've tried playing as Gelre before, in a much earlier patch, and it did not work out well for me. Oh, we've discovered St. Helena. That's good. Chat says hello. Hello to you. St. Kitts is going to produce cotton. Sure, Blandenburg will marry you. Austria's declared war on the Prince Bishop of Salzburg. Yeah, Cotton is much more valuable than fish in our colonies. St. Kitts is an independent nation nowadays, I believe. St. Kitts and Nevis. Cotton is worth 3 ducats, fish is worth 2.5 ducats, and the price of fish is only going to go down. When we discover the Grand Banks fishery and the Protestant Reformation will occur, and that drives down the price of fish. Because Protestants do not, Protestants can eat meat as much during the week as they want. What's our reform desire at? 62%, and I see you up there. Oh, running out of places I can raise military development. Cumbria. Cumbria. Oh. Carlisle. Okay, our claim is finished on Picardy. Do I want to beat up on Burgundy right now? They are allied with Venice, so hypothetically, I'm in a Regency Council. I forgot. I can't declare wars because I'm not an Aztec. If you are the Aztec religion of Nahuatl, you can declare war in Regency Councils. You can always declare war. You can sacrifice people to, Quetzalcoatl was actually one of the more peaceful deities, but that's the only deity I can name from the Aztec religion off the top of my head. But you can sacrifice people to avoid doomsday. It's kind of interesting. We can almost finish out our exploration ideas. Whew. Got money. We can build stuff finally. So, I've already built a marketplace in London and in Lothian. And our naval force limit has just shot up to the point that we will probably never actually be able to build up to it. So, what else can I build in the buildings tab? I've already got marketplaces where I want them. Yep, see, when you finish exploration ideas, you gain the colonial conquest CB on all primitives. Primitives are non-westernized Native American nations. If they westernize, they no longer count as primitive. It used to be that primitives was all members of the totemist, animist, and shamanist religions, but this led to the case where that westernized Aztec animist could have higher tech level than you, and you would still consider them primitive. So now it's actually related to tech level. Oh, so now I could build a marketplace in Co. It would be a very nice place to build a marketplace, and France has been hilariously passive, so I will build a shipyard in London though, so I can build ships very quickly. Huh. This song has words. Let's skip to piano concerto. Can you guys explore anything new? You can't. We'll have you protect trade in... Actually, this colony is going to be done. Yeah, our colony in St. Martin has grown enough to become self-sustaining. Prestige. We don't have to core it because this is overseas. And this enables us to explore more because now our range is based off core provinces and St. Martin is a core. Yay for St. Martin. So we have an extra colonist and we're going to send it to Barcelonas because it's an important natural harbor. Gain 1 base production St. Martin. St. Martin gains reduced development cost. Yada yada yada. Oh, wait, never mind. You, come back here. Establish a colony in North America. Let's do that. Geography, areas, regions. Now, what is the thing for this? In northeastern America. Northeast. Southeast. So, Massachusetts, the nice province, has been taken. Can we reach Manhattan? We can. Let's colonize New York ahead of the Dutch. The Dutch, who aren't going for colonization, probably because they're a subject nation. Neither are the Flemish. These two are still at war. Yeah. Morocco's winning. I've actually seen Morocco eat up into Portugal before. Yep. Moroccan Navy's over here. Looks like Muscovy's like, yeah, this is Russian land. Gimme. Alrighty. We still are 3 years ahead of time for this, but someone has taken it. We've got 12 more years of terrible legitimacy, but better monarch point generation. And because we're no longer going after exploration ideas, I'm going to remove our diplomatic focus. Ooh. Chat. Gallery. I don't know. Pronunciation. I have a tendency to pronounce things in a very interesting way. There was always the Frederick Nieschatz incident back in high school, as well as Elias Island. But I try to get better, so feel free to tell me the correct spellings of things in chat. I mean, correct pronunciation of things. Shouldn't have to be spelling much. Clergy's still too influential. What can I do to reduce the influence of the clergy? Ah, they got event things. So that's there. St. Kitts is doing okay, and our colonists will arrive in Manhattan in 60 days. I see you. And Mormon in Cumbria. We are going to have ridiculous manpower. Just wish we were having like a glut of some other point. Commerce in the peninsula. Yes, we did not have a song skip button until very recently. You had to use a music volume thing or cheat codes to change the song, and you can't change cheat codes in Iron Man, which is how you get achievements. We're not playing in Iron Man. But I do not feel like cheating. Albert Achilles has died. You guys can't do anything, but I want you over here anyway for giggles, and so I know where you are. So, protect trade in the Caribbean. Go home at war. Yep, New York. See, the province name changed from Manhattan to New York because we are England. Province names do change in places, like Chitimacha is called Nouvelle-Orléans under French control, and we are now trading in tobacco. We control more than 20% of the world's tobacco share, so we are more resistant to spies. I think I went over this a video or two ago. We can tell that the enemies are spies because they don't smoke. Not much going on here. At least we're making money. And this is Bristol, so we're going to build a dock here for the sake of a shipyard here for the sake of shipyardness. Inspiring victory expired. That was to take Poitou from France. I mean, who is France's allies? Milan and, well, yeah. Austria has defeated Salzburg, as I expected. And Bohemia is getting wrecked. Those of you who have watched some movies, Salzburg, Mozart worked for the Prince Bishopric of Salzburg, so if you've ever seen Amadeus, that is the bishop guy who's Mozart's patron at the beginning. The things you learn. Gelra is pronounced like they pronounce Van Gogh, the really filmy Gilnos. El Gelra. Okay. Thank you, chat. Yep, everyone's passing the Heretico di Carumbo Act, so reform desires up to a whopping 63%. And you might be saying, what is that act? Because I'm not sure if I described it last time, but the Heretico is making it owning or producing a translation of the Holy Bible is a legal offense punishable by burning at the stake. That's why it increases our tax income. Not sure how or why it does such a thing. The thing that happened last time that caused me to accidentally curse on stream was the mission to establish a colony in such and such used to be easily exploitable. You would send a colonist there, the colony would start, you'd get the buff for 10 years, you could immediately close down that colony. They changed it, and I don't remember reading in the patch notes, you need to have at least 400 people there to get the buff. Colonies. This colony will probably give us, most likely, worthless fish. Our general died. I don't even remember how good he was, and we're not good. Well, okay. You're hired. General Anthony Braddock is not too bad. You're hired. Get there. We can actually have all our army sit on London, and I'm going to balance it out. More mans. We can build another building. I'm not sure there's any buildings worth building currently. Still no Portuguese in the Americas, which is kind of surprising. Get another merchant. But we also, Secretaries of State. The king had always had a royal servant responsible for the king's correspondence, but in the mid-17th century, numbers started to rise and they became very important parts of the government machine, not just passing on royal decrees, but allowed administrative autonomy. We have an extra relationship slot, and we have an extra merchant. So we're going to have that extra merchant do things. What can he do? he can... See, the Caribbean runs into Bordeaux. Ugh. He can push trade from Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay is outside of our trade range. I'm not going to push Bordeaux into Champagne because while we control 26% of Bordeaux, we only control 14% of Champagne, so all that money will just go to France. We don't want the French to have money. We already took away all their Atlantic ports. Why would we suddenly say, hey, here's all this lovely Caribbean money? John Wycliffe's Lollards. Oh, seized assets. Thank you, chat. It's good to have friends who are major history buffs, because you can talk about stuff like that, and they help you in chat, because I did take world history in college and high school, but it was an elective, so I'm mostly self-taught on these things. And we've maxed out relationships with Brandenburg. Castile is still at war with Morocco. Portugal is still at war with Morocco and losing, because the AI, supposedly the AI has gotten better at landing troops, and I saw it in a game I was running as Castile. Savoy, my ally, successfully land, and Naples, my ally, would successfully land troops in India or in China. But this game, I'm just not seeing it. They have complete naval superiority, so they should be able to land troops. So either their troops are getting utterly steamrollered, which, as they have a 2 technology advantage, they shouldn't be, or they're just not landing troops. I mean, we've got 19,000 Portuguese chilling in Cadiz and 28,000 Castilians chilling in Sevilla. Sevilla? Aragon has really high liberty desire. I find it kind of interesting that it was used to suppress the Lollards, because we actually said, hey, Lollards, you can have a great time here, and then we suppressed them afterwards, so I guess. And yeah, that didn't surprise me at all. Austria annexed Salzburg. Yeah, Austria is not just all this, plus modern-day Slovenia, which gives Austria their port, but they ate Alsace and Baden, so they're over here. Whew. I could try and annex Scotland. Well, yeah, I could annex Scotland, but I really want to push the instant integrate button. And our army reformer died, and we have too many military points, and everything is all the pop-ups, and so gonna hire Andrew Amherst to give us military points, and then we're going to spend these military points on the technology at last. Whoop-de-doo. And pause. I could go to war with France for Armagnac, but because Castile and Portugal are having fun fighting the North Africans, they would probably say no, and they really helped a lot in getting Poitou. Yep, Bohemia seems to have Emperor really locked down. Because Austria I guess they just aren't having very good legitimacy, and Maharo is giving us salt. Salt isn't too terrible. It's worth currently as much as cotton. So if I attack you, I call in Burgundy, Flanders, Holland, and the Pope, who has conquered Provence. That's a pretty impressive Pope. Rain. not the same. Savoya, Habsburg, Savoy. So we've got Regency, we've got 10 more years before we can declare any wars. The joy of Regencies. Nothing new in chat. Ah, this is a good event. The tragic passing of the previous king has left Charles de Trastamara without a parent, but not without guardians or tutors. Advisors serving in her court are preoccupied with giving him the best education available in preparation of ruling England. Hoping to gain favor and influence in the future, many people are trying to serve as a primary influence. Ultimately, one of them is more likely to succeed, impacting what sort of ruler Charles de Trastamara will turn out to be. Now here's the thing. Charles de Trastamara has very bad stats in everything except for diplomacy. This event will, assuming he survives and makes it to age, give him +2 in any category, but in diplomacy, you're capped at 6. So an advisor, in administration, or warfare. We're doing pretty good in military point generation these days, so I'm going to go with administration. So, assuming Charles survives, he will go from being a 151 to a 351. Yeah, I'm guessing one of the things I've noticed is that the AI nations are not as colonization happy in recent patches, because apparently they won't colonize if they're too far in debt, and Portugal is in the middle of a war, and I don't know how much debt they're in. Well, I can't even check because I can't even look at the declare war screen until Charles grows up, and he is 5. Let's make some more money. Let's hire Oliver Frobisher. Frobisher? He's a scientist, which means we make more money from the various trade goods in our nation. Because that's what scientists do. We have all sorts of bonuses. Papal sanction for our dynasty is meaning we're actually gaining legitimacy in a regency council, which is impressive because you lose 2 each year from simply being in regency. But that extra +1 means our legitimacy is actually going up, which is good. Because right now it's giving us nothing but penalties. Invade North Africa, you morons. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose it. Aragon has high legitimate liberty desire. No Scotland. And Naples has pretty high liberty desire, so yeah. Because I remember when I was fighting France in the last video, Aragon wouldn't help for a bit because their liberty desire was really high. The nation has high liberty desire, over 50 I believe. They will not help you in war. Speaking of liberty desire, in the Subject Nations tab. A while ago, I changed Scotland's dynasty to York, but then the Yorks died out, so I need to change it again. We can't do that in Regency, I guess, because all our relatives are younger than us, or they're just going to go, "Hey kid, you're 5. No one cares. I'm not going to go become Duke of Scotland. What's wrong with you? Go back to playing with your blocks." Do 5-year-olds play with blocks? I remember I had like a wooden train set thing. It was made of blocks. Okay, let's look at the world, because nothing... Estonia is independent. Good for you. You are ruled by Duke Jacko I Reed. New York produces tobacco. That's kind of funny. We got our colonial enthusiasm buff, faster colonization. Yay! And all our money is going away somehow. And we get a bad event. Let's gain the inflation, because I can get rid of inflation by pressing this button saying, no inflation, please. Cost admin points. Construct a grand fleet. Have 20 heavy ships. Incorporate Scotland into our country. None of these really... Once this imbecilic war is over, we could reclaim Armagnac. I like Armagnac. It produces wool, which is a blatant lie. There's even a country called Armagnac. This is, if they gain independence, they get this, this, and this. No, they don't get this anymore. Huh. I seem to remember them having this at some point in time. Oh well. What can you do? We're still losing money on something. What has suddenly increased? Visor cost? Vessel cost? Parliament? No. Okay, well. Tell the army they're not getting paid anything, not even in beans. Colonies are expensive, and we're still losing money somehow. Risky. But we now have almost no inflation, so we're making money. Yo, Emperor. Can't even. Okay, the colonial conquest against Shushikwa. No. See, I'm not going to invade these people just yet. I have an enormous technology advantage, but I would have to sail my entire army across the sea to deal with them, and we just can't do that just yet. Yeah, suddenly we're making more money. Yeah. Let's just not pay anyone anything. Power projection's down. How can we get it back up? Why, we tell Burgundy. Burgundy, you suck. Boom, +5 power projection. We no longer have to worry about the leader cap. It's got 50% trade power here. 43% up there. Huh. Relations with Portugal again. You're fighting pirates. Army's not costing much. Force limit change? No, force limit's actually even gone up. Sorry. All our forts are mothballed. Ah, the Emperor's enacted a imperial reform, the call for Reichsreform. What does this do? It means the members of the Empire is going to have higher development, generally. If the Emperor gets more imperial reforms, the Holy Roman Empire can unify into a single nation state. Revoke the privilegia pretty much turns it into all the states stop being independent, become vassals of the Emperor. Renovatio Imperii turns the Holy Roman Empire into one country. Ah, yes. Thank you. Ah, chat talking about inflation. Yeah, that may have been it. That probably was it. If we can't pay our entire army. This will not help us. It's also colonization. Colonization is costing me 6 ducats a month. Forts. All my forts are mothballed. Maybe war reparations expired somewhere. I don't know. We could always senselessly declare war on someone, try and steal their... Oh, no, we can't declare war because Charles is 7. And I have level 2 advisors that may have something to do with it. Here. You help our armies more anyway, and you cost less each month, and we have plenty of military points at this time. Oh yeah, we're making money now. So it can build a boat. And now it takes only about 150 days to build a boat lightship in London. Ow. That is a really good, that is a surprisingly good, well, they've been at war a lot. Don't know why I allied Brandenburg. They have not called me into any wars, I have not called them into any wars. But hey, they're there. St. Kitts is almost done. See, we're getting 65 a year thanks to that buff and 31% chance of 25 a month. Grab my tea. That would be an interesting challenge. Could we own all the tea provinces in the world as England? I don't know. Could we do it? Maybe. Can we even see any tea provinces? Trade goods. Ah, tea. The only tea province in the world we know. Well, we know of 2 tea provinces, and they're both held by the Timurid Khanate. I think a better objective would be gain trading in tea as England. Yes, clearly we must be under, what is it, Agnatic and Trastamara somehow, rather than let Joanna, and so she became a merchant adventuress. And, oh, I meant to marry you. Brandenburg, well, I don't know why I keep having this relationship with Brandenburg. Maybe it's because in a thing I'm not streaming or recording, I made Prussia as them so I could get an achievement. But, I don't know. Oh! Portugal lost their North African possession to Morocco. Big surprise there. Big surprise. Mission! Still rubbish. And we can't declare war for goodness knows how. Oh, Charles is still 7. It's obsessing over dinosaurs. No. Dragons, yeah. It's obsessing over dragons. Making money. Get shipyards doesn't really help us that much. Might be able to move a merchant over here to the Chesapeake Bay node. I've got a free merchant. This is... it's a little bit too far away. Yeah, plus 10, and we only got plus 0.5. So I guess I'll move discovery of stuff spread to us. Have him sit in Lubeck, marginally increasing our money. We have trade power in the White Sea thanks to that event, but we can't reach the White Sea, so it doesn't matter. Fur? Really? Really? This will fabricate a claim on Antwerpen. This will probably be caught. I'm not Antwerpen, Vlaanderland. And make everyone angry in the Holy Roman Empire, even though it's not a member because they're German. Oh, reform desires up to 68.2%. We have 4 cardinals. Should I stay Catholic? Sorry if you hear a noise. When I drink tea, my hand brushes up against the microphone. Yeah, we can already see the American East Coast. Finish. Yay! St. Kitts is done. Excellent. So St. Kitts is done, and now we're going to set up a colony in Barcerones because it's an important natural harbor, and we'll cement our control over the Caribbean trade. It's important when you're colonizing to grab the important natural harbors and estuaries so that you control the trade. Like, this is just me being silly because I always found that province to be interesting looking. But also because I'm hoping it will give me a bit more range so I can grab Gold Coast, which is currently 517 away. Our range is 412. Oh, this boat finished. Go home at war, protect trade, English Channel, give me more control over my home node. Yeah, we're up to 53%. We were up 50%. We have so many embargoes on us. Oh, what can I talk about? Parliament's still in their perpetual recess. Protestants OP, God nerf, please. Yeah, well, it's every time they revamp one of the Christian religions, it becomes OP. When they revamped Reformed, Reformed became OP. When they revamped Protestant, Protestant became OP. Meanwhile, Coptic doesn't even, all the other, they have Mechanic. Coptic has nothing. Nothing. Muscovy has Patriarch authority, Reformed has fervor, Protestant has church power, Catholics have the papacy system, and Coptic has nothing. Okay, Austria's declared war on Venice, Burgundy has joined them, so have the Knights Hospitalier, and you can never underestimate the awesome military might of the Knights Hospitalier. I say that semi-jokingly, but I have, playing as a successful Indian nation, been invaded by the Knights Hospitalier. So they sailed their navy all the way around Africa to invade Goa. So it can be pretty silly. And suddenly we are making a boatload more money. Oh, it's because colonies. even then, we're suddenly making a hell of a lot more money. Let's actually pay our soldiers for no reason, except pity. Okay, bye, bye, bye. Have a good nap, chat. So I've got 2 people watching. I think one of them is the fact that I have chat in a window. Again, if I don't know if anyone in chat would know this, but if anyone knows of a good good overlay for YouTube streaming, so I can actually see chat, because I don't need to see this mini-map thing or this. Go away. Yeah, see now that this colony's here, and this should really give us only 27. Yeah, 42% of trade in the Caribbean now. Portugal and Castile are sucking some from Sevilla because they are full of that. But that is life. 2 ducats a month. Buckets of ducats. They must be right. Ignore them. We can afford to lose prestige. But monarch points are monarch points. Oh, we can go up to on speed 2. No wonder the game's going so slowly. Speed it up to speed 3. Increase the rate at which time moves. Okay, I'm gonna hit this and immediately cancel. And if Charles would grow up, we could invade Burgundy, but he won't grow up. That's dangerous. Yeah, give me money, burgers. Yeah, that's much better. Exhort the merchant class for their money. Yeah, Portugal's not doing so good on the whole colonial front. Doesn't look like. Castile, if they even started? No, it's gonna be a while. They're lagging behind. This is disgusting. No, absolutely, completely unacceptable. Yeah, I can look and see how much of the tea trade we actually control currently. And we control nothing. None of the tea trade. None tea. Denmark speeding up on poor Sweden, as they do. Austria's wailing on Venice. Clergy's influence has gone down. So now you can say, pardon me, establish some new world mission force for it, so we get a bit more kick out of these colonies. So these 2,500 people now give us 0.16 goods produced. Let's see what that says at the turn of the month. Okay, 0.16. Well, it's more. So we're going to get a little bit more trade goods out of these colonies when they're done. Not much more, but it is a little bit more, and that is what matters. Once this is done, I'm going to send this colonist over to Africa, hopefully. And also, we should be able to explore some more. Alfonso V has died? Yep. Another great administrative ruler for Portugal. And they got the mission to expand the buffer zone, which means they're going to be focused on Morocco. Grow up, please. We're up to 70% reform desire. Yep. Three Alsace. 1500. No. We would have to slog our way all the way down here, or get into a war with Austria, occupy them and say, grant Alsace independence, you monsters. Then someone else would eat them. Yeah, 28% control of Chesapeake Bay node. Because the Pequot tribe have decided to camp out in Massachusetts, and they are allied to Iroquois and Abenaki. So I could land troops here, say, give me your land. Sure, let's improve our prestige. We get prestige every time we finish a colony, so colonizing is a reasonable way to get your prestige to a reasonable level. Improving our prestige requires it to be 50. It used to be that you got 1 prestige every time you colonized a zone. You could get 100 prestige easy, but not so much anymore. Prestige used to be like, you would always have 100 prestige, but not anymore. I do not know if you can hear the wind, but it is incredibly windy outside. Colonists, regardless of where they're sent from, always look like this dude. The little guys you see when you're coring provinces, the missionaries, the soldiers, they look different. But the colonists always look like this guy right here, beating that tree with an axe. Even if you're colonizing the Sahara as Ethiopia. Still this guy with his axe. Chop, 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 chop. I've insulted a rival. We're embargoing all our rivals. We have long-time rivals. Ooh, we have too many leaders. I'm gonna suck up our mill points, but we have plenty of mill points currently, so I'm not really too concerned about that. The next expansion idea will make our colonies grow faster, so we will have less time spent sitting around. I mean, Norway is at war with Sweden. Norway is personally near Denmark. Denmark is allied with Verden, Friesland, and Muscovy. So, they can actually throw a decent fleet together, especially because they're devouring Sweden. So, taking out if Norway gains independence, then yes, I'm going to rampage at them. But they have low liberty desire, and Denmark is not folding like paper like they usually do. It should be another month, and this colony is finished. What river is this? I believe this is the Amazon River. I can't rename this province until after the colony's finished. Should be another month. No one in chat. Yay! Our colony there is done. Rename. I'm not going to rename this anything. We can't give seats in Parliament to colonies in other continents. So it was Gold Coast. Crivens, it is just out of our reach. So you're fired. Come on, give me a navigator. Give me rubbish. Curses! Okay. We'll colonize Bahia. Get that important natural harbor in Brazil. You all know the British colonized Brazil, right? Right? Fired too. Improvements in land technology. Gain military power for a bit of inflation. Let's go for it. You're fired. Charles is 10. Everything happens at the turn of months in this game. Flanders is not independent. Okay, enough. Wasted enough money firing people. You have to pay them money to fire them from just hanging around. Portugal has declared war on Jolof. Are they actually going to send troops to Jolof? Should be interesting. There's no debate in Parliament. Let us start a debate. Expand the bureaucracy. Guarantee minority rights, assimilation selecting policy, quarter troops. Well, we spend a lot on advisors, so let's fund the bureaucracy again. London wants money, Lancashire wants money, Northumberland wants army commissions, Ayrshire wants autonomy. Chance to win, 100%. We've spent our initial bribes, let us proceed. So they're not sending any troops. They're just... Where are they going? What are they doing? They have sent 3 ships to blockade. Good job. This will give me the colonial range I need. New York is almost done. Oh, France is at war with Burgundy. I'm actually rooting for Burgundy. Here, Burgundy. York is done. Okay. Shipbuilding is going to be an issue, but New York is done. It produces tobacco, gives us some nice things. Anyway, where next? so we can't reach whatchamacallit, and I'm going to select this to colonial map mode so that I know where it is. Why? We're going for Havana. And what's our burgers' influence at? Oh, they've got still pretty high influence, so we're going to leave them alone for now. Otherwise, I would get their faster colonization thing. So Bahia is growing at 65 settlers per year, which is pretty fast. And it gives us more trade, control over Brazil, and we can move that merchant who wasn't doing anything from Lubeck. Hold on. Mercantilism, that's a lot of money, but hey. I'm going to transfer from here using the Lubeck guy. It'll take him a while to get here. There's not really much money here anyway, but there will be more, and that way I don't forget about it. And you idiots, you go to Barcerones, which I believe is a song. Explore South Atlantic coast. Go. Make me proud. Explore. Still gaining legitimacy, albeit at an incredibly pathetic rate. Charles is 11. France is probably... Yep, France wants Picardy, because it's an Atlantic port. And they're currently winning. Because Burgundy's still at war with Austria. So we may have to deal with a French colonizing France anyway. Anyway. Yearly autosave. Oh yeah, we're doing pretty good in Brazil. We completely control the Amazonas node. And following this line runs to English Channel. Okay, good. Usually Pequot would move periodically, but they don't seem to be wanting to move, so we may have to beat them up later. Drunken Explorer. Great. Oh, our insult has worn off, so, France. You are French. Har 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 har. Har 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 har. Har 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 har. That should give us a heck of a lot more power in the Caribbean. The two important provinces in the Caribbean node are Barcerones and Havana. Barcerones is giving us fish, which is kind of lame. Havana, please give us something nice. Sugar would be good. I always get terrible luck with trade goods and colonies. And France's Papal Controller, someone's probably going to get excommunicated. Burgundy is currently winning this war, though it's not been going on very... Oh, okay. They're no longer at war. Flanders is not independent. Holland is not independent. Looks like Venice didn't lose any land, so... Not sure what was accomplished, if anything, in that war. I forgot my little log thing. There we go, Venice will pay money, so, explore Atlantic South America. And that reminds me. Cancel that. See if we can get a colonial mission. Portugal's been busy. Cardinal Minister. Sure. If we had anyone who wasn't Catholic in our nation, that event would hurt, but we're entirely Catholic, so it gives us only good things. And we're losing money again. We can afford to lose a bit of money. Still losing. This next one reduces the time it takes to train men. Not too big of a buff. Then we get another diplomatic relations slot, which is nice. Shipbuilding time is good. Trade power is good. The ability to declare war willy-nilly in Asia is great. Flanders has stopped embargoing us. Norway is at war with Helra. Over what? Everyone keeps trying to conquer East Frisia and it's just not working out for them. Ow. Holland's not embargoing us either. Yeah, that causes us to gain money. That embargo is costing us 0.5 ducats a month. As a yearly autosave. Holland, the province of Holland in Holland, or Amsterdam, is an important center of trade and estuary, so it gives them a lot of trade power in the English Channel node. This is why eventually I want to start eating into Flanders. Looks like the French are... Burgundy is losing this war. Florence joined in. Venice joined in? No. Venice is supporting the independence of Aragon. So that Aragon's independence is supported by Venice. They have 100% liberty desire. Naples only has 22%. But if Aragon declares independence, which they probably will, which would be interesting to see, I have a choice between helping my good ally Castile or just sitting back and chilling. Castile is a colonizer, so screwing them over a little bit appeals to me, because I'm evil. Rawr. Chat, you have nothing to say. Nobles demand all rights. I'm going to do something in chat real quick. I can't do it right now. I'm going to have to accept those demands. I don't want to lose stability right now. And yeah, you're still at war with Jolof, and all you're doing is blockading. You've landed no troops. Heck. It's over Futa Jalon. Futa Jalon, it looks like, has been taken by Mali, so you're not even getting war score. You're just wasting everyone's time. And Portugal's almost done with that colony. Surprised Jolof hasn't marched troops down. Maybe they can't see it? That can be a thing. This is the region of Fujijalon. Ah! Steel conquest of Bearn against France. Sure. Okay. My esteemed ally has decided that now is the time to beat up on the French while they're distracted and stuff. So, we're gonna march our troops here and sail over to Normandy. March our troops here. Get on the boat, get on the boat, get on the boat, on the boat. There you go. Slow down time. Pause. It's great that we've gained colonial conquest against those people. Unpause. Let's see if we can kill the French army. We've got a size advantage. They're coming for us. France has a huge morale advantage. So here we're retreating. We just got humiliated pretty hard. Explore the Atlantic South American coast. Our army here, the Army of Ireland, is running up to Calais. France is giving pursuit. Because they have a really good general. Our generals are much the same. They just have a huge morale advantage. Let me guess why. Plus 20% morale of armies, Elan. France. Yeah, I'll colonize there next. If I can remember. I'm just gonna chill here. Hope the Iberians can Iberian it up. Who's in this war? France, Florence, Milan, Aragon, England, Naples, Scotland. Okay, Aragon is not going to help. Naples is probably going to get wrecked by... Yeah. This is not going to go well for us. That's really far away, so I'm going to raise war taxes so this war doesn't completely bankrupt us. And they're coming. And we're stuck. Sure, Brittany, have military access. Have all the military access you want. France has Elan. The Iberian army is unusually small. Portugal did not join, and neither did Hungary. So this is not a war we can win. Like I'm just flat out saying. Well, we have a huge troop advantage. So maybe? Maybe. Consider it. Then again, 36,000 of these are Aragonese and useless. Aragon is not helping. Francis Papal Controller again. I think France got Elan, which is their super duper magic France-ness. It gives them ludicrous morale bonuses. Comparable to late game Prussia that we just can't deal with. Especially because half the army is not cooperating. We need to have a substantial troop advantage in order to be able to meet them. We don't have that troop advantage. So I'm gonna try and save my ally. Anything particularly stupid happening? Move. Why aren't you moving? There we go. It's like Burgundy's trying, so... -3 from this. You have explored. That is so wonderful. That is just what we need right now. Go. Burgundy's gotten wrecked. I don't think they're much longer for this world. Not sure why, because... Looks like Milan isn't helping France in that one. Oh, Naples is actually... No. Naples is deceptively strong. Italian land is very rich, but the land Naples has is some of the poorest of the Italian land. And Burgundy just lost their capital, so I don't think they're much longer for this world either. They're winning through ticking war score. We have lost every battle. Thanks, Holland, for killing that French stack. It's one less group of Frenchmen we have to deal with. Burgundy's holding on even though they've lost their... Oh, no. We can get this down. Yeah. Hello, Aztec nations that we can see now. Because somehow we can see them. Yeah, Choctaw went away. Poor Choctaw. I think Choctaw's the only of the large North American native nations that does not have unique ideas. Yeah, I think this is France, desperate for a port. Hopefully, the Spanish are not sufficiently stupid to think that they can actually win. Blockades. Oh, good. That's good. Thanks. That's great. Let's see if my troops can survive long enough. We're going with Gallogly infantry. Because. And now our morale is shot, so if France comes down here right now, we're screwed. But if they come down later, we may actually be able to kill some of them. Morale is very low. France is wasting time up there. Sure, why? Come on, Narbonne, fall. Burgundy will cede Artois to France. France didn't take the port, but Burgundy's not in this war anymore. Strange that France did not take the port, though they're probably going to try and take Calais. They're not. They're just coming down here to wreck us. Yep. No. They're going for the Spanish, or... Okay, France is at Tech 8. 8. I'm at Tech 9, so I have a bit of an advantage. And we just took Narbonne. My troops here, because it's central-ish. Move, you idiots. Pope's at war with Florence and Lucca. It's something. Forts. Risky and yearly autosave of death. Okay, fall back to Gasconne. France still has 1, 2, 3 forts up. They just wrecked the Spanish. Probably gonna come for me next. Yep. No. Indeed. Okay. Oh, sugar in Brazil. That's nice. Some good news in all this. You have nothing better to do. Protect trade. That is a lot of lag. And caravan. I have no. Scotland is helping. France is besieging some stuff. On plateau. I'm gonna try and smash. Paragon. They have an insane amount of... Nope, they're moving off. Okay. Don't know what they're doing or why. Has 86% Liberty Desire. Holland has 73% Liberty Desire. Burgundy can't integrate to the Derby. The Dutch, so the Dutch may gain independence quite a bit early. Don't know what France's army's doing. Castile's army's wasting time. Hey, if they want to take attrition, they can take attrition. Discovered Central America. That's great. War desires leading to fun things. I mean, not war desire. Not liberty desire. War exhaustion. You can't just stay at war indefinitely. We have 2 war exhaustion. Hold, please. Don't know what Scotland thinks they're doing, but they've got 6,000 men here, and France is moving in for the kill. Castile is not going to help us. Where the hell even is their army? Oh, finally. Gonna make there in time? Hold out a few more days. We may have this. If we have this... cancel. Sure. Organized recruitment time is a wonderful idea. Whew. That's impressive. We've driven Milan back. We are going to have no manpower once again, as per usual. But if we take Bourbon, Bourbon, Charles is finally old enough to do things. Educated king. More admin points, thank you. Actually, let's just sit on Paris. This will give us more money and another diplomat's relations slot. No. Havana produces the worst possible good in Havana. And we get this, which gives us better colonial range. Spain's wasting time. Just want Armagnac out of this. All that, and we have only 14% war score because France has Naples, which is 10 war score. France's army is moving, goodness knows where. Probably to go beat up the Spanish. But if I can get Paris, I think this will be over. Tedious nightmare, being perpetually at war with the French. See, that's the power of Elan. Plus 20% army morale. The French break my troops 20% faster now. Castile has plus 15%, so they're a little bit better at fighting the French than I am. France is still at Tech 8. Castile has hit Tech 8. Aragon's at Tech 8. Naples got wrecked and yeah, Naples is at Tech 7 somehow. Milan's at 8. Florence is at 8. Good job sieging Nemers. Yeah. All the Scotsmen killed in exchange for killing 500 Frenchmen. This looks like they're gonna waste time sieging Calais, which is great. 12% war score, all because Naples is worth so much. going. If I can get Paris, I think that'd be the end. Here they come. Oh, good. So I'm going to say discretion is the better part of valor. And run. Can't even take a coin. But I can't deal with this. And I transferred all the occupation, well, except for Armagnac to Spain anyway. And succession war between Castile and Hungary. Okay, men, get aboard this boat. Go sail this boat up to here. Oh, they're going to be kind of peeved at us. We're going to improve relation. And increase trust. Increase trust in Portugal as well. And in Brandenburg. We can increase Brandenburg. Substantial. Okay, Barceronas is done. Africa. Gold Coast. Go. Cottage industry. Gain development in Co and Essex in exchange for unrest. Sure. Aragon wants military access. Don't know why, but sure, have it. Spain wants access. Castile wants access. Sure, have it. Troopers get home to Angleland. He got wrecked because of the power of Elan. And Naples, Aragon being revolting. So we have no men's. We need 15,000 men's to reinforce our army. We need an heir. We're just not in a good place. Nothing in chat. Fact is, there is just me watching, probably, because it counts me as watching. Yeah, I know I said I was going to go for the one that's the mission, but just getting to Africa. What is the mission one? Maguana. Okay, yeah, that's sure, that can be next. I'm fine with that. Yeah, we owed the bank 271 ducats. Need an heir. This will give us some more ducats once we take it. Still, France has no Atlantic port anymore, and I'm reasonably sure these guys are going to declare independence pretty quickly. Burgundy is allied to Okay, they white pieced. That's great. Aragon is probably going to gain independence, and France has allied the Pope. Further, more people mean more taxes, more tax in Brazil. More development there. Merchant bankrupt. Champagne really isn't making us that much money to begin with. Can't ask the Pope for anything, though I would ask for proclaim holy war, but I need to be at war for that, because that would be a nice 15% extra manpower. And oh look, our poor morale expired. Hope France gets the Peasants' War or something. Because I am a sword. Thuringia! Hello, Thuringia, with your American lion flag. So we're losing money again because all our forts are on, so I'm going to turn that off. And now look, we're gaining money again. Not much, but some. Yeah, Burgundy is, yeah. Liberty Desire, 84%. Liberty Desire, 77.8%. I could support the independence of the Dutch. In fact, this is probably a mistake. We shall do so. Since we're probably going to be at war with Burgundy. And we can add this to a West African trading company. This means it will provide us with no mins, but it will provide us with much trade power. Of course, we will need a merchant to use that trade power, and we're kind of short on merchants these days. We will get more, though. Have a kid. Please. I'm going to turn this fort on preemptively. Clergy, why is it? You don't need that. This states demand control. Okay. Can have the board because it's devoid of use. And you get rid of the unrest there. Speaking of unrest, our war exhaustion ticks down. We could spend 75 dip to reduce it, but I'm not going to do that. And we have Norman separatists, Flemish separatists, Methian separatists, Lannister separatists, Tyrone separatists, Goyinese separatists, and Bogomilist heretics organizing in our country. I don't know much about the Bogomilists. George Smith is dead. That is fine. And Izzy is not in chat to tell me about the Bogomilists, so I will just have to look them up later. See, our colonies are a little scattershot, it seems. That will change. Speaking of change, Castile has started colonizing in Arguin, and Portugal has taken St. Helena, which is a shame. I mean, it's not even a good province, but I like it. And Portugal is losing their war with Jolof. Even though Jolof is occupied by pretender rebels, they've still occupied Portuguese land, and Portugal has landed no troops and is just trying to blockade them. That's not going to work well for them. That's not going to work well for them at all. Yearly autosave. I don't see funge. Funge is a nation that just appears here. Yeah, good job, Queen Joan. Good job with your French elan. That is some serious wind going on outside. Looks like they're trying to integrate. Oh, Sweden is down to just that, so I think they're trying to integrate. Yeah, Denmark is annexing Norway. Fun times. Yeah, these give us an extra 0.5 units of goods produced, which is significant. It's the equivalent of 2.5 development in production, I believe. No, it's the equivalent of 5 development in production for free. Anthony Umbridge. Okay, the French are not going to be able to colonize anytime soon. Brittany has not gone for it yet. Norway. Norway's exploring, but they aren't colonizing. Cologne and Florence. Okay, who else is supporting your independence, or is it just me? It's just me. We can have more unrest. They can just suck it. France, enjoy your Socinian heretics. Don't know much about them. But there are a lot of them, and they're occupied. They're sitting on Paris, so believe every time they take a province, they drive up reform desire. Which is getting pretty close. Court of the Star Chamber. The Court of the Star Chamber was a court of law which evolved from the meetings of the King's Royal Council. Though its roots go back to the medieval period, the court only became powerful as a separate entity during the reign of Henry VII. In 1487, the court became a judicial body separate from the King's Council with a mandate to hear petitions of redress. The Court of the Star Chamber was named for the star pattern painted on the ceiling of the room at Westminster Palace where its meetings were held. And since the court was reduced unrest for stability, yeah, I believe there's stuff dealing with that, and I'm going to take a quick break. So, BRB. Okay, I've back. I've put the kettle on. Huh. There's apparently one person watching, so hello, person watching. We shall, until the kettle starts boiling, we will continue playing, and then I will have some more tea. Oh, okay. I think if I do get an overlay, France is a lot of these guys. Noble rebels. Huh. It'll probably take up the mini-map. I can still use my buttons, though. That is a huge tooltip. Yeah, look, we can use the game's default mode, which is used by absolutely no one. Isn't it pretty? It is. They put a lot of effort into it, and it's kind of a shame. I think there's a mod that sort of merges political and terrain map mode together. I should look into getting it. Renewed our loan because we're perpetually broke, because we're perpetually engaged in extremely expensive endeavors. Oh, I don't think we're losing that much money. 0.83 ducats a month. When we get this, we should get a little bit more money, because it increases our trade efficiency. Currently we have 60% trade efficiency. That'll give us probably 50 or 70. We get plus 20 because we're ahead of time in diplomatic tech. I'm actually going to mothball you. It'll save us some money. Mothball your navies. It means if I tried to use them for fighting, they'd be destroyed very quickly, and they will take some time to unmothball. But while they're mothballed, they cost us substantially less money. Oh look, we gone from negative 0.8, so we're making an extra 2.3 ducats a month, because our navy's mothballed. Gold Coast is going good. Havana produces fish, which is terrible. Bahia produces sugar, which is alright. And next we have to get our objective colony, Richard. Richard de Trastamara. He is worse than his dad. Well, he's better than his dad originally was, but his dad got the event. Makes him a better administrator. We don't know if Richard will be getting that event. We can hope. Reformation should be hitting soon. Yeah, Lithuania has actually done a pretty good job of converting the Ruthenians to Catholicism. And the Belarusians. Not sure it's going to work real well, and there's a few Romanian Catholics in existence, and Theodoro's still going. Oh, they've got vassalized by Crimea. They have high liberty desire because Crimea is at war with the Oirat Horde, Kokand, and Mongolia. So you can see the Oirat Horde here. Excellent supplies. That's good news. Kokand is a very rare. I've very rarely seen them independent. Most members of this culture group are Khanates, but Kokand is not. Korkulunu somehow is down here. Ethiopia is eating into Yemen. Oman is eating into Yemen. The Timurids have expanded. Denmark has declared war on Livonian Order. It's going to be a strong Denmark. Especially if they're allied to Muscovy. If these two can get along, that's... Tver is weirdly still a thing. Looks like the French kicked the heretics out. The Secret of Congo is spread to us. Find a way to exploit this knowledge. Congo's interesting. It is a pagan nation. They are shamanists, but they get an event that converts them to Catholicism. Let's see a surprising amount of Africa. I really want Cape as well. Cape is important for our future ambitions in India and Southeast Asia. All trade from India and Southeast Asia is routed into the Gulf of Aden, where it can be either routed into Alexandria and then Venice, or around Africa into Sevilla, Bordeaux, or the English Channel. We're going to want to route it all the way across. Luckily, Portugal is being terrible at the colonization game. Surprised they got tobacco there. Huh. I know you could even get tobacco there. And I have a feeling this war is going to end soonish. I don't think Joloffe is going to get anything out of it, but it's certainly taking up Portugal's time. Almost. No, my kettle is not boiling yet. And our troops are very, very, very slowly recovering. We still need another 4,000 manpower, we don't really have. Let's get ourselves another relations slot and more money. So we were making like 1.33, let's see how much we make at the turn of the month. Yeah, Joloffe. Yeah, another 2 ducats. France broke their alliance with Savoy. I didn't even know they were allied. That's probably bad news for Savoy. The Dutch are just kind of sitting there. Flanders' liberty desire has fallen. And Holland's is still at 100% though. Holland and Flanders are still allied. Ooh. Okay, Brazil's almost done. Then we're going to do a rush for the Cape if we have the range. If not, we're going to colonize our mission target. Yearly autosave. France isn't... That's interesting. Got ourselves another relationship slot that we can waste by not using it for anything. Brandenburg is at war with other people, other Germans. Oh, Aragon is no longer super angry, though they now have Naples' backing. I don't care about Scotland's Liberty Desire game. Yeah, Naples is angry now. Bahia is done. Cape of Good Hope. We can't reach you. So... mission target. Maguana. We should have a colonial nation in the Caribbean soonish. And I'm going to pause. F. Okay, tea is steeping. Chat. Chat does not care. Chat never says. Well, the thing that chat never says anything has been broken because My friend Izzy was talking in chat. Izzy's actually the one who originally got me into this game. And I, in turn, have gotten at least 2 other people into this game. Next one. We had really felt like wasting money. We could upgrade our ships, which we should probably do. Coracalunio has the internal conflicts disaster. The Ottomans are actually losing against the Mamluks because they're also at war with Austria. Holland is declared war okay. Joy. Alright, this needs pause. Let's get our troops into the boat. Let's unmothball the boats. You're in charge. Grats. Get on the boat. Boat. Go here. What's our troop situation like? Okay, we have an advantage a bit. Let's see what the tech situation. Tech 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9. So let's hope Florence doesn't do very well getting their troops over. Now, the war goal here, the thing that gives us ticking war score, is not letting Holland be taken. As in Holland proper. Besieged. If we had better movement abilities. Let's see, the enemy has a lot more morale. We have higher tactics currently, because we're dealing with Brittany took control of the battle. Florence is the big issue here. Florence is the one with the good troops. If we can win this, the endless cavalcade of Florentine people. Okay, that's good. You go there. Move! Freaking lag, man. Okay, where's our ships? Our ships are here. Let's speed the siege up a bit. So far we're winning. Dutch are pretty rich. So are the Flemish. These 3 provinces combined are like 70 development. That's a lot. Burgundy's probably going over here to go do this. Gotta take this way because it's stupid. fort movement rules are strange. Don't know where they're going. Florence in another war? Monthly autosave. I hate you. I mean, yearly autosave. They're not. Their troops are just going there for some reason. Maybe they have rebels? Maybe we just don't know. We may never know. Hey, the more forts we get, the faster Holland can declare independence. Successfully. That's what it always comes down to. So where are you going? Now, this would be an ideal time for me to wish I had manpower. Where the hell are you going? Why are you going at it by sea? You can just walk. Pathing. Okay, take Rethel, please. Rethel fall. Portugal's declared another stupid war that will fail. Dear Flemish, this is the key battle of this war. Thank you. I'm tired of pulling my weight, doing all the fighting for Low Countries, Spanish, everyone. Yeah, I just lost half my army thanks to the insane retreat rules. Zone of control. Grr. Okay, enough of this. I don't have as many men to reinforce because those regiments have been wiped out of existence. So we're going to go to Cornwall. And we're going to siege down Brittany's capital. Gold Coast produces tropical wood. That's pretty nice. There are worse things you can get in the Gold Coast. Oh good, Havana's done. Excellent. Hell, I don't even want to be here. It's framed, I tell you. Well, that's fun. I think now is about the time we lose all our French possessions. Also, I think it has something to do with the unit type I was using. Yeah, these guys are pure offense. That's not me. Landsknechten. Not sure why they took that route. We are making bank, though, because we have no men. And that's... took out some Britain Navy ships. We're winning, but only through ticking war score. Yeah, otherwise we get -3. Oh! Bavaria gets the Reformation. That's ironic. Okay, here come the Burgundians, so... You, get your carcasses on that boat. I've lost too many men. What did I say? It's Brittany's, it's a combination of, well, Brittany's general, me not having nearly as much troops as I planned, and, yeah, those things. Me never having manpower, despite bumping up manpower. I think I'm gonna have to sit the rest of this out. What do they want? Calais. No, thank you. Our scientist has died. We're going to want you. I just want out of this war so I can convert to Protestantism. Centers of Reformation spread Protestantism and later Reformed, aka Calvinism, like a sort of virus. The Center of Reformation will convert nearby provinces, and they can't be converted back for 30 years. So the first 3 nations to convert get Centers of Reformation. So they make converting much easier. So I want them, but I can't have them. Norman separatists, though. Sure. Heck, I'll even provoke them. I think I may be losing my continental possessions to Brittany and Burgundy, which is better than losing them to other people. Yeah, the Dutch needed more than just me. And, of course, Florence. 30. Florence has 87, 102 development in 3 provinces, and they're Tech 9. And, yeah, they can merc up. Burgundy has defensive ideas, which gives them very good morale. Meanwhile, Holland has quality, which is not too bad, and Flanders has offensive. So if they had come off this siege earlier, we probably would be winning this, because we would have broken them there. Oh well. I tried. This is a really, really good ruler. Carol II von Gudensberg. Von Neustahl is not too shabby either. It's a shame that I don't think these guys are going to accomplish much. Oh yeah, I can use my navy to annoy people. I wish there was a way to provoke your rebels. Steel is at war with Mali, Songhai, and Kong. Are they actually fighting? Nope. The answer is no. Brussels at war with Friesland. Friesland may make unite the Netherlands. Calais and ducats. I'm not going to spend the money, and he wasn't that good anyway. Tropical wood is not good, but there are worse things. Really should have deleted that Calais fort ages ago, but hindsight. Okay, wow. The end of the year, I'm going to call it. I don't know when this war will end, so. Yep, Denmark went Protestant. If you don't have a center of reformation, that's going to hurt. And they won't let me peace out. Yep, we got none of the centers of reformation. Brandenburg went Protestant. But yeah, we got none of them, so we're going to be at a supreme disadvantage when converting. All because negative 24. Well, let's call it there. Thank you for watching, people who watched, and I will probably see you tomorrow evening, depending on what happens. Okay. Cheers.